Howdy. Welcome to the Rhinestone Roper Ranch. Today we're going to be talking about throwing an ocean wave catch loop. But first, why don't you take a second to subscribe and push like, ring that little bell, I'd appreciate it. Why would you want to learn an ocean wave catch loop? Well, because it's fun. Because not many people can do it, and it's fancy, so you can show off a little bit. And 3, because I spent a little bit of time last year with some ranch ropers and a month with some team ropers, and those two groups had one thing in common. Well, lots of things in common, but one thing they had in common that surprised me is they were excited about their events, and they're also excited about winning the jackpot roping that was held out in the parking lot. And some of that involved playing pig. Now, once I threw an ocean wave catch loop with my trick rope, those ranch ropers, I heard them say to each other, "We're not playing pig with that guy." They quit talking about playing pig. They kept sharing with me. It was a lot of fun. But if you can learn the ocean wave catch loop, you might win one of those roping jackpots. The rope we're using today is an ordinary catch loop. So let's talk about our loop. I like a nice big loop. So I've taken that around once, taken it around twice. I've taken it around 3 times. And that's the size of loop I want. But I'm going to take it one more time to get this twist out of this coil right there. So I can put some of that coil into my spoke. I want a nice long spoke. And I'll grab the rest of that loop and hold it right there. Now I don't want anything sticking out on these coils because this loop will catch on to them. So I got it all squared away. I'm going to split how I'm holding. I'm holding the loop here with 2 fingers and holding the spoke with all 4 because I'm going to let go of that loop in a second and I'm going to hang on to the spoke. All right, this is how I suggest doing it. This is like a trick roper's trick. You're going to throw your loop down, hang on to your spoke, and spin a loop, spin a circle. This trick will take almost 3 circles of a loop as you're throwing it. I say almost 3. You'll make 2 complete ones, and in the middle of the 3rd one, you're going to push it from behind towards the horns of your calf. You're going to get your loop going. Let go of your loop right here. Pull it around in a circle. When your spoke is right out here, you'll complete the first circle. Now this first circle is very important because you've got a whole bunch of things working against you. You've got gravity pulling your Honda away. This loop is going around your body. Centrifugal force is acting on that Honda to pull it away and lose your loop. The only thing you got working for you is the centrifugal force on the rest of this loop. You're making a circle. Centrifugal force is acting on this rope and it's trying to expand, pushing that Honda back up to you and helping you maintain your loop. So you're trolling your rope, throw your loop down here, take it around, it comes right here. It's going to come behind your back, and that Honda will come back close to you and then will work its way out again. As it comes close to you right here is when you give it a lift and push it forward. Now you can push it forward. It comes close to you, you start lifting it. As the Honda comes to the far side of the loop, then since it's on the far side, you can push it forward and throw it over the horns of your calf. Throw it down here, make a circle, take it behind, it comes close to you again. As it comes close, you're going to start lifting, and then it goes to the outside of the circle. You can push it forward with a little more lift and point towards the horns of your calf. The reason you give it a lift when it's right back here, for right now anyway, this loop is horizontal. You give it a cast out here, it's going horizontal. If the loop is horizontal, it won't catch on those horns. So you want to give it a lift so it's got some height. So it comes around just falling towards these horns and it'll catch that one. Get my loop going, throw it in a circle, give it a lift, cast it towards the horns. Now we call this an ocean wave. So far it looks like a flat around. A trick rope would call it a flat around. Now if you take your flat loop and stand it up either diagonally or stand it straight up, then it looks more like an ocean wave. But I realize if we're just taking this around our back once and throwing it, the motion between a flat around and an ocean wave is almost identical. So there's no reason to worry about what we're calling it. We'll just call it an ocean wave. One thing we can do though, to make it look more like an ocean wave, is to make a circle here. On that second circle, lift that Honda up in the air. So stand that loop up. And actually, as you throw your loop down, instead of throwing it down straight down here, give it a little lift as you throw it. And then really lift the second one. That'll make it look like an ocean wave. And it'll give you a bit of an advantage because that loop, it won't stand straight up, but by the time you come around here, it'll still be at a diagonal. As it comes across here, that bottom strand will hook that horn. Get a rub going. We're going to toss it up a little bit as we release it. Up, lift it up. And there you have it. There's your ocean wave catch loop. I hope you enjoyed it. Without much work, the flat version is a pretty high percentage toss. And with a little more practice, you can get that standing up a little bit. And that could be a good percentage shot for you also. Here's a variation, a more complicated one that you won't see hardly anyone doing. And that is, instead of taking it around your back once, we'll take it around twice. Now, you'll need to know a little bit more about doing an actual ocean wave rope trick, and you can check that out on my How to Learn the Ocean Wave Rope Trick on this channel. But here's how it looks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Make sure to check out these other videos that are coming out here.